Zomboys. Alright, hey everybody, welcome to episode 8 of Zomboys, The Phantom Menace, Part 2, Electric Boogaloo.
Ah, you stole my line, you son of a bitch.
You better believe it.
Dylan, you son of a bitch!
Okay, is this a Schwarzenegger thing?
That was a Schwarzenegger
Oh, yeah, it
thing.
was, okay.
Yep.
So, if you're keeping up, you probably know we just watched Maggie.
The Running Man!
No, we just watched Maggie. We didn't do it last week because we had to pay $3.
Commando!
So we had to pay $3, and we said no. So I went to my local library and had them order it for me for $0.00.
The more you know.
Doo-doo! We did that last week. Cut that.
We can do recurring bits!
No.
It's allowed!
No, well, yeah, that's fine, actually. Okay, so yeah, let's try to start.
Reading is fun for mentals.
Let's try to. God damn it! Let's try to start talking about this movie and then go off on tangents. If you listened to last week, you probably heard that we're losing our minds. So be prepared for that.
Not losing, but just slowly losing grip on hiding that we're losing our
we're
minds.
letting you people into the minds of us.
Welcome to the Thunderdome. That's
So-
what I call my mind.
So this week we watched Maggie, the dramatic story of a father and daughter, and the daughter is like becoming a zombie or something.
Yeah.
I mean,
A
that's it.
zombie. Yeah, pretty much a zombie.
How do we start this thing? Do you want to read the description?
Sure. So the description of this movie.
Rampage?
A teenage girl in the Midwest becomes infected by an outbreak of a disease that slowly turns the infected into cannibalistic zombies. During her transformation, her loving father stays by her side. Starring Arnold Schwarzenegger. That's right, people. Arnold
That's
Schwarzenegger.
right. You've probably heard of this movie. You've probably seen it, not actually watched the movie. I don't know how many people watch this movie.
Hopefully not many, because let me give you a hint. Don't watch this movie.
Yeah, I wouldn't recommend it.
I wouldn't waste my time on this movie.
We'll get more into that, but I don't know, it kind of missed the mark for any sort of enjoyment.
It kind of missed the Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah, it kind of missed the Wahlburgers, which I don't watch. So I also miss the Wahlburgers every week. It's still on, right?
Sure.
Fucking, let's talk about this movie. Okay, so that's the movie.
What are these things?
Oh yeah, so what the fuck are these things?
They're infected people.
They are infected people.
There's also zombie plants.
Yeah,
That
kind
was
of.
a thing, kind of. They were telling people to burn their plants.
Yeah, it says the infection is ruining crops, so we kind of do have zombie plants. There's no more to it that we can say they actually are zombie plants. That would be really fucking cool, though.
No, we don't see very many zombies in this movie.
We don't.
We see maybe a total of
5?
4 or 5, yeah.
Yeah.
Because there's the guy in the gas station.
Yep.
The 2 people that Arnold Schwarzenegger kills.
Yes.
And then the boy, and then Maggie. So 5.
Yeah. So
we see 5 zombies in this entire movie.
1 or 2 of those aren't totally zombies when we see them.
Like Maggie.
Yeah, Maggie is just infected. The boy is just infected.
It takes something like 8 days for them, or is it 8 weeks?
It's 8 weeks is like the incubation period for this virus. Okay, so let's start. So
it starts out, Arnold Schwarzenegger has a recording on his phone.
Yeah.
Of Maggie, and she's like, "Oh, I went to the city. Don't come and find me." Of course, because Arnold Schwarzenegger is the second coolest dad in history.
Yes.
He goes to go find her.
Yes. So he goes into this. They're in Kansas, I believe. So he goes into some city. I guess probably Kansas City. I don't know though, actually. So he goes into the city to find her. The city is like basically on lockdown. There is martial law in effect. Actually, as he's driving in, the radio says cleanup and martial law are still in effect, which is kind of like 2 different things. I don't know. I just thought that was weird. They were like, we're cleaning up the streets, but also martial law is still in
Also,
effect.
stay the fuck off
Yeah.
the streets.
Kind of like, I don't know. It was a weird little dichotomy there. But yeah, so she's saying don't come to me, and then it's cutting to her in the city, like walking, and he's driving, and eventually she gets like caught up by like the police, and they arrest her and take her to the hospital. And that's when Arnold finally. Why are you looking up this guy?
Because I was going to bring up
Here's
why Arnold Schwarzenegger
Yes.
is the second coolest dad of all time.
This is why he's
Because Dan Severn, 90s MMA fighter Dan Severn, is the coolest dad of all time.
How many people have you got that reference?
Because look at his dad mustache.
He's not as cool as Arnold Schwarzenegger.
He's way cooler.
No way.
Look at his mustache.
Just because he has a mustache?
Look at his mustache and his fighting record of like 113 wins and 17 losses.
Arnold could tear this man in half.
No, definitely
one
not.
hand.
He would not stretch his ass out.
Let's leave that in that movie.
That was a callback.
That was a callback.
Callback.
Oh, fuck, man. We're doing bad. Sorry, everyone, for this episode. Just go ahead and skip it. Listen to next week.
You say that every week.
I do.
Every week is gold.
Every week it's true. Yeah. So I don't.
So he goes to the hospital.
Yeah, I was like saying all the plot. That's usually what you do.
Yeah,
You usually
well,
say the plot. and then
I was distracted looking up Dan Severn.
Yes, I was doing
That's Severn, everyone. Dan Severn.
As I'm trying to do this goddamn professional fucking podcast, you're Google image searching an MMA fighter from the 90s.
Dan Severn.
Purely because you wanted me to see his mustache. That's what just happened.
That's exactly why.
Jeez. Okay.
90s MMA fighter Dan Severn goes into the hospital.
Yeah.
That's who should have starred in this
All
movie.
right, everyone.
Not Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Everyone, pause right now. Go get a drink, some hard liquor, drink many of it, and come back to us.
Drink many of the hard liquor.
Drink many of the hard liquor, as many as you can have fit.
All right. So anyway,
As many as long as you don't get too full.
Arnold Schwarzenegger
Because
goes to the hospital.
you weren't gonna do the reference.
And,
I don't want you to be too. Are you too full? Was the joke?
no, it's not. I hope you left enough room for my fist, because I'm going to ram it into your stomach and break your goddamn spine.
Yes. On the drive over here to record, I got every Arnold Schwarzenegger line ever quoted to me. Apparently, Mike's a semi-fan of his.
Just a little bit.
Yeah. So
anyway, Detective John Kimball is in the hospital.
Okay. Sorry, I brought that up.
Detective John Kimball from Kindergarten Cop. I believe it all takes place in the same universe.
So
He's at the hospital.
So Arnold Schwarzenegger is at the hospital. He kind of like walks into the nurse's office, and she's like, "You can't be back here." And I'm like, "Come on."
And she's like,
"What are you
and he
gonna
goes,
do?"
"I'm a cop, you idiot."
So he's like, "I'm looking for my daughter. She's Maggie. Look under Marguerite."
Yeah, something like that, margarita or whatever.
Margarita.
So she looks it up and she's
Have
like,
a margarita,
blah,
please.
blah, blah. She's over there, some shit. And Arnold Schwarzenegger goes over there and
He goes into her.
Goes
he's,
into her
he's
room.
like walking through the hospital, and you see some infected, and the effect of the
the gross
disease.
black pus is awesome.
Oh, it's hideous. It's
Pretty great.
wonderful. It is so hideous, and
It's almost tastefully done, but not quite.
Yeah,
Because it's disgusting.
It's a little disgusting.
But it's not too over the top either.
No, and we'll talk about her wound more because I have a lot I want to yell at this actress, not the actress, the character for.
Can we just say for a second, though, the best actor in this movie?
Yeah, can we go off on a tangent?
Arnold Schwarzenegger by far.
Yes, that is something that is important to note because, I mean, you can love him or hate him. You should love him. He's pretty cool. But he was the best actor in this incredibly dramatic movie.
Now, that's to say, I guess, either everyone else was a terrible actor, or maybe Arnold Schwarzenegger in his 40 years of doing movies actually learned how to
He's
act.
finally picked up something. Yeah.
I don't know which one it is,
But yeah, there was like...
because I feel like it's that everyone else couldn't act in this movie.
Yeah, his wife is very bad. Abigail Breslin is in this. She is Maggie. And she's fine in other things, but this incredibly dramatic role, she kind of couldn't pull it off totally.
Yeah, Arnold's wife in this movie, she has like a semi-Southern accent.
Yeah.
That comes and goes almost.
Yeah, any accents kind of come and go except Arnold's, obviously.
Arnold puts on a Southern accent, and it's pretty great.
It's amazing. If you just saw him in this...
If you closed your eyes, you would think he was a Southern man.
Yeah, it's amazing.
No, it's not true.
No, I wasn't sure if we should clarify that that's not true. I would like to see... Has he ever tried to do any accent?
No.
That's a shame.
No.
I would like to
He's
hear
never
that.
tried to do any accent.
I mean, why would you? It's like your brand.
I was gonna say any of the actors that have strong accents have tried to do other accents, like Sean Connery in Hunt for Red October. He played a Russian man and spoke Russian with a fucking Scottish accent.
Oh, really? Huh.
Yeah. Ashfordania. You're like, oh, it's still Sean Connery.
It's still James Bond.
Yeah, it's James Bond, smooth as fuck.
If a woman ever talks back to you, you can give her a quick smack to the... I don't know, whatever he says.
That is what he said at one
That's
time.
Sean Connery. That's not me.
That is what Sean Connery said at one time.
My ex-girlfriend just gave me a dirty look.
That is what Sean Connery said one time. I mean, if James Bond said it, I feel like it's solid life advice.
How long has this been going on?
So anyway, more about James Bond.
We gotta try to string this along a little bit.
All right, so they're at the hospital. The doctor says, "Listen, it's going to take 8 weeks. One of the first signs is that she won't be hungry. Then she'll get hungry, and then
when she's about to turn, she's gonna have a higher sense of smell."
No, we hear that on the radio.
Oh,
I don't think he says it. He just says, like,
are you sure?
When it gets closer to the 8 weeks, call us and we'll take her to quarantine.
Okay. I could have swore it was a doctor who said it. It's not really important.
I could have sworn it was on the radio.
Okay, it's not really important.
Whatever.
It's not really important, but it's information that we know. And some of the little world-building techniques I liked, like the fact that the last symptom is a symptom only the person who's about to turn will experience. Unless, obviously, they say out loud, oh, I have a heightened sense of smell. But
ooh, that smells really good.
Yeah, like what the character does.
Which is exactly what happened.
Which is like,
in that same voice, too.
Yeah. Yeah, she's got a weird voice in this. But no, I thought that was a nice touch. That it was
okay.
like there was a lot of like little things in here that I liked that were like neat and
they tried
unique.
To build the world out well. I'll give them that.
Yeah, this was a really ambitious project.
It was filmed, I feel like, in Flint, Michigan. I feel like they just drove down the streets of Flint, Michigan and filmed, and that was it.
It was a nightmarish sort of rural area.
Yeah, so Flint, Michigan. They poured water out of one of the taps and it was like brown. So Flint, Michigan.
You actually see water at one point and it looked really gross, and we made that joke.
Yeah, what is this, in Flint, Michigan?
So sorry, Flint, Michigan.
Or it's in Detroit. It's one or the other. Because all the houses are all run down. And...
Yeah, it's definitely like rural. There's like wheat fields everywhere.
So, where's a rural shithole?
I think Kansas City.
Yeah, probably.
Or Kansas.
Kansas,
which
just in general?
Which is the bad Kansas City? There's one of them that...
Missouri, I think.
I don't know. People from Kansas City of both places tweeted us, which one's worse?
Which one's the worst city? You'll win a prize.
Yeah.
You'll win a free, all-expenses-paid trip to Flint, Michigan.
You'll win a prize. We'll either tell you to leave your shitty city or stay in your good shitty. Shitty city?
You'll win an all-expenses-paid trip to Flint, Michigan.
All expenses paid. You gotta buy your own water.
You gotta buy your own plane
I'm really
ticket.
sorry to people in Flint who are listening.
I don't think anybody's listening in Flint, Michigan.
I think they have power still.
They're probably all deaf from the water.
Oh my god. This podcast is bad.
So, they go home.
We should have had that tequila.
They go home, and Arnold Schwarzenegger brings Maggie... Well, first, they go to a gas station.
Yeah. Well, I wanted to say, it's like a small town kind of thing where the doctor's like, listen, she's progressing quickly. Like, she's going...
But we'll let you take her home.
But I'm going to let you take her home. I'm going to put in the report that she's going slowly, so you have a little more time with her. And so, you could say your goodbyes and stuff like that. Yeah, so then they start heading home.
So they head home. They stop at a gas station because Arnold needs gas in his truck.
Yeah.
And she gets out of the truck and goes inside because one of her eyes is all fucked up.
Yes, so it's like foggy, so she's wearing sunglasses all the time.
Yeah, so she goes in and steals these sunglasses from the convenience store.
Basically.
And Arnold goes in to pay for the gas and says, like, hello, and nobody answers. And he goes into, like, the back room area and opens up, like, grabs the key off the thing to go to the bathroom, goes to, like, where the bathroom is, and opens up the door and turns on the light, and a zombie comes and tries to attack him.
Yeah, and he like, dispatches him immediately.
Yeah, he grabs, like, a tire iron or something that was there and, like, crushes its throat with a tire iron.
Which was cool.
And it was tough as fuck.
It was like a tough... It's tough if you, like, hear this. It sounds like it should be cool, but it really wasn't that cool. It was like... So he's walking back there, and you see, like, shotgun or, like, shell casings on the ground.
It was all in slow motion.
No, was it?
No, it was
Okay. Thank goodness. That's one thing that's had over Dawn of the Dead.
And this movie had everything over Dawn of the Dead.
Yeah, this movie...
better acting. Zack Snyder didn't direct it.
Yeah, some better acting.
It wasn't...
The wife belonged in the Dawn of the Dead. But yeah, so he's, like, walking back there. You see, like, shell casings on the ground. There's a dog barking, so you think maybe like, I was thinking like, this guy shot himself. He's going to see a dead person. And then you open the door and you see
and he did see a dead person.
Yeah,
a dead,
a
alive
living dead
person.
But so he opens the door and there's a zombie right there. And you're like, and I think I actually audibly said, "Oh."
Ooh.
No, like a frightened, like...
Wait, there's zombies in this
I was
movie?
like, "Oh."
Wait, there's zombies in this movie?
Not like, "Ah." I was like, "Oh."
You screamed a little bit and covered your eyes. I saw it.
No, I didn't.
I saw it. Everyone, let it go on the record. Casey screamed and covered his eyes.
No, I just thought it was funny that my gasp of quote-unquote fright was, "Oh." And yes, it was very high-pitched. I have actually screamed before out of terror, and I was very happy to note that I don't have a high-pitched girly scream. I was taking out the trash once, and a rat jumped on me, and it scared the shit out of me, because it was dark, and this thing was crawling on me, and I audibly...
Leaped on you?
Yeah, it jumped out of the trash and leaped on me, and it scratched me. I had, like, scratch marks on my arm from this rat.
Are you sure that it wasn't a rat monkey? A Sumatran
It was not
rat
it was not a Sumatran rat monkey, thank goodness, or I would have turned. But I
Yeah, we always find a way to link back to fucking the greatest zombie movie of all time.
We've already referenced half of our movies.
alive.
We've referenced like 3 or 4 out of our 7 movies.
All right, so back on track with
Oh yeah,
Arnold
but I screamed as loud as I could. I thought I was gonna die. And then I went back outside later, and there was like cops like circling the block. Obviously, someone had heard someone scream, and they were looking for it. So
they're like, some girl screaming.
some little girl was screaming. What happened? No, it was me. I screamed like a man.
So Arnold kills this zombie, and then he goes to Maggie.
but-
He goes, "Get to the truck. Get to the chopper.
He kind of does say get to the truck.
Get to the truck.
Get in the truck.
Don't ask me. Don't ask me questions. Just get in the truck now.
Man, people are
Do
gonna,
it now."
People are gonna love your accent. But yeah, it was just like he goes in there, sees a zombie. The zombies are incredibly slow in this, like sleepwalking slow.
Well, they are. They're slow. I mean, I would imagine dead people would actually be slow.
Yes, but they're not. They're not even like shamblers. They're like literally like if you were.
Well, a lot of these zombies, like that we see in the movie, have been dead. Like the ones that are actually zombies have been dead for a while. It seems.
Yeah.
Like you have the two that Arnold finds in the woods later on in the movie, that he murders.
Yeah. In a boring way.
Yeah, you don't even really get to see it. That's my other complaint with this movie. Not enough zombie killing.
Yeah.
You have action superstar
Yeah.
Arnold Schwarzenegger in this movie.
You think you would have like even the
I would be like, you know what? Fuck this dramatic movie. I'm making a movie where Arnold Schwarzenegger goes around and fucks shit up as a zombie murderer, man.
That would be fair if that was this movie, but that wasn't this movie. I'm fine with them.
I want to watch that movie.
That would be a better movie, probably, for our stupid brains at least. I'm fine with them having only a few zombies, but the scenes with zombies were so not tense.
Years ago, when I found out that this movie was coming out, and I found out it was an Arnold Schwarzenegger zombie movie,
creamed your
and
jeans.
that's all I knew about it.
Yeah.
I had the hardest fucking erection ever. Because I was like, this movie is going to be fucking awesome.
And for you, the hardest ever means almost not flaccid.
Dun, dun.
So, but yeah, and I get it's not really about the fighting the zombies, but I don't fear being around the zombies.
They weren't scary.
They weren't scary because they're like not moving, and I know the point is you could basically make this movie about any terminal illness.
You can make it about, like, if this movie was about cancer,
Yeah.
it would be the same movie.
Yeah, being a zombie is incidental to this movie. It's just
Other than, like, if Arnold Schwarzenegger went around in the movie and murdered people with cancer, it
Oh
might
my
be
God.
a completely different movie.
That would
if he
be-
just showed up at a gas station, there was a guy with cancer, and he snaps his neck,
that would be fucking so horrible.
kills 2 people with cancer in
Yeah.
the middle of the woods.
Yeah.
Now we're talking about a crazy movie here. A movie where Arnold Schwarzenegger goes around and murders people with cancer.
He like loses his mind because his wife dies of cancer, and he's like, "I'm gonna kill everyone with cancer." They gave.
I will kill cancer. I'm going to kill it.
Is this in poor taste?
What killed cancer? The Ice Age!
Oh, but yeah, but really, I mean, other than a few things here or there,
Other than Arnold Schwarzenegger going around murdering these people, it could be about any terminal illness.
It really-
And this story is not so much a zombie movie, it's more of a family coming to terms with someone that they love that's dying.
yes, that is the main thrust of the movie is them trying to accept and how they're gonna live, knowing that this person's gonna die soon, which it's terrible and it's a horrible thing. I'm sure there's plenty of great movies that tackle this well. I think the zombies thing was just like, let's make them zombies because it'll like add a little something to it.
Like it'll draw more people in, I think.
And like in a real zombie apocalypse, if they were this kind of zombie, this is how it would happen. Like, you know, you would have families like trying to hang on to their loved ones.
If it was this kind of zombie, I feel like I would survive in the zombie apocalypse forever.
Yeah.
Because they were not very good, scary zombies.
Yeah, that's the one thing.
They moved, like you said, they moved really slow.
That's the one thing that bothered me.
They didn't really, like, attack until you got really close.
You literally had to be right next to them and for them to attack. So, like, how did all these people turn? Like, it takes 8 weeks to turn into a zombie, and then you're, like, super slow moving. Like, you literally have to be asleep or hugging them to be bitten.
Just about. That's what it seems like.
Because they don't look normal. They look like horrifying dead monsters.
Oh, yeah, and when he finds the two zombies in the woods a little later on this movie...
They're disgusting.
They are disgusting. There's a zombie little girl and a zombie guy, and, but, like, he literally stands there and he's like, say something.
Yeah. Say something. Yeah,
and they don't say anything.
I want to do it too, but I can't do it as well.
They don't say anything. And so then he hits the dad zombie in the head with an axe. And there's like a 4-year-old girl zombie.
Yeah.
And then they don't show her dying, but it's implied.
Yes.
Stupid not showing children getting murdered.
Yeah, that's not really this movie.
This was Peter Jackson directing.
Oh, if Peter Jackson directed this? Whoo, boy, this would be fun. A fun romp about terminal illness. Yeah.
Hashtag Maggie.
Hashtag Maggie. Yeah, I don't know.
So just a basic rest of the plot outline. They get home and like the stepmom. So you find out a little later on.
Yeah.
Not at this point. You think it's her mom, but it's her stepmom. Is a bit of a bitch to her the entire time. Like she's a little bit of an asshole.
A little bit.
Like you could see they don't like each other.
I wouldn't even say that. It's that she's very uncomfortable with the disease being in the house because they have 2 kids also. Which
Arnold and his fake Southern wife.
Yes, his new wife, because he had Maggie with another woman who had passed, and then he had 2 more children.
Think she passed from cancer, or do you think she passed from zombies?
I don't know. I don't want to speculate. But yeah, so now he has 2 other kids, which I guess I don't know what happens to them. They're in like when Maggie gets home, they're there.
Then you don't see them,
and then they disappear. I'm thinking because we talked about this
put
movie,
him to like a neighbor.
Yeah, I'm guessing they went to live with a family
member
member for a couple weeks.
Yeah, I mean that would make sense.
Yeah, I think we just missed that line because we were
at one
making
point.
Jokes.
Maggie's outside like swinging on. Oh, you find out Arnold Schwarzenegger was out at like the city for like 2 weeks looking for.
Oh yeah, he was out,
which
for a long
seems
time.
like it was extremely dangerous, like in the city, because that's how Maggie got attacked.
Yeah. Although no way it was zombies getting close to Arnold.
Fuck no, he's Turbo Man.
He is fucking trying to get a toy for his kid.
He went to the city to get a Turbo Man doll for Maggie.
Put the cookie down.
Yes.
I tried to say the line earlier and I messed it up. And you clarified.
At one point, Maggie's on the roof, and he goes, "Maggie, what the hell are you doing on my roof?"
And she is actually on the roof.
Now, she does climb up on the roof. Arnold does not say that. That's another line from a better Arnold Schwarzenegger movie.
Yeah. By the way, if you want to understand this podcast, go watch every Arnold Schwarzenegger movie, and then you'll get it.
And then you'll understand all my strange Arnold Schwarzenegger references.
That'll be worth your time. So you can listen to this one insane episode.
She climbs up on the roof and is like sitting there. Find out Arnold was searching for her for 2 weeks.
The little boy comes up and he's like, he basically right away is like, "Are you gonna die?" Or like he's like, "You're gonna die."
Yeah, because he's like, "Oh, there were people like in my class that were infected and they died, but they didn't deserve to die." Which then we sat on the couch and had a discussion about, does anyone deserve to die?
Yeah,
and I said nobody deserves to die.
Yep. Okay, so we're not going to talk about that discussion. So, okay, so yeah, whatever. So this is what I was worried about with this movie is so the movie is basically just a very slowly paced, which I'm fine with. It's a little slow in this, slow pace, not a lot of dialogue. That can be fine. I love plenty of movies that are like this. But for this movie, it didn't really draw you in. You weren't really feeling tense ever.
No, it wasn't a tense movie. Like, you knew Maggie was dying.
Yeah.
They find zombies out in the woods. Arnold kills them with ease.
Yeah,
so I'm
there's
like,
no tension there.
So I'm like, the zombies aren't even really a threat.
No. The only tension is just that is the only thing this movie has is that Maggie's dying. That's it.
Yeah, at one point Maggie falls off the swing and breaks her finger.
Oh my god, this is so
and
weird.
It's bleeding all over the place. And the stepmom goes to, like, call the doctor. And she's, like, on the phone with the doctor.
Yeah, she doesn't really want to, like, touch it.
And Maggie just, like, walks over to the sink and picks up a knife and cuts off her finger that she broke.
Yeah.
And throws it in the garbage disposal.
I love that.
And turns it on.
She just cuts off her finger and chucks it in the garbage disposal and turns it on and walks away.
Yeah, it was insane.
That is so insane. That's the one thing. That's one of the huge problems this movie had. Is they needed to really flesh out the virus background.
They didn't flesh out the virus at all.
No,
I had no idea
flesh out. Yeah, it is flesh out.
I had no idea what was going on with the virus.
Because that's the main thing that we have going for it, is that there's this terminal virus. We don't know if like...
I don't know what it does.
Like, we don't know, like, when you turn, if you're dead, or if you will continue to be dead, and you can maybe one day they'll find a cure in the future. We don't know, like... if you will turn and then eventually just be dead. We don't know anything, so there's no confusion about what's going to happen, or there's no and at no point are you like, oh, maybe he's going to try to keep her because they might find a cure in the future or whatever. No, she's just going to die, and that's all they have, and they don't play that very well.
No, they don't play it very well at all.
It's just a lot of slow scenes to try to make you feel sad.
Exactly. At one point, Arnold Schwarzenegger goes to the house of the people that he killed. They're like his neighbors, and he goes to the house that's like roped off by like the cops, and he goes inside and like looks like in the room that the wife was keeping the two zombies, and like he looks on like the wall, and there's like scratching and blood, and like that room was insane. Can we talk about that for a second?
Yeah,
how fucking insane that room was. There was fucking black blood. So the zombies had black blood also.
Yeah.
There was black blood all over the fucking place.
It was really
like
crazy.
They're just like, ah!
Yeah.
Shooting blood all over.
Yeah.
Like a fucking wacky waving inflatable arm flailing tube man
full of black
filled
blood.
with blood. Just
I know what I'm doing for Halloween.
It was insane.
That's my Halloween decoration.
It was fucking insane.
Yeah, and like the boards were pulled off the wall.
Yeah.
And then I assume that's how they escaped.
There's like a dirty bed that looks like crackheads were sleeping in it.
Yeah.
Like that room looked like it belonged in like a fucking crack house.
Yeah. Yeah, it was just crazy looking. But like, how are the zombies super strong that they could pull boards off the wall to escape?
Didn't seem like it.
It didn't seem like it. It seemed like they would be incredibly weak if they were walking that slowly.
Exactly.
He's also... This is kind of how they try to get you to feel emotional. Like, there's written on the wall, like, I love my wife, I love my daughter, like, over and over and over, like... It's like him losing his mind, which would be a better movie if they just showed Maggie, like, losing her mind and trying to keep a hold of it, but, like, she can't because she's becoming a monster. Instead, it's just, like, slow walking around, slow swinging.
I do have to say... Arnold Schwarzenegger does shed a tear in that room.
Oh my god.
A single tear. And it is insanely great.
It's really good.
It's so good.
It's really good.
He looks so sad and so emotional, and he like closes his eye and like a single tear rolls down his cheek, and it was incredible.
I actually wrote in my notes, like, that part I almost teared up at.
It was so good. Because like you're feeling for Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah, he's the only person I really felt for.
Also, if Arnold Schwarzenegger turned into a zombie, I feel like no one would be able to stop him.
I know, he'd be unstoppable.
An unstoppable madman. He'd be like the Juggernaut.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm Arnold Schwarzenegger, bitch!
Yeah.
And go through and just fuck everybody up.
Just fucking touching that ruby of Sidorak and is now going crazy.
Exactly. There we go. X-Men reference. I like it.
I think that's what it's called. Yeah. But yeah, so he's in that room and there's like that stuff on the wall and you see a picture of like the family and it's like broken. So you're like, oh, okay, yes, the disease broke the family. Like, it's really like not subtle metaphors here. They really, I don't know, they needed to do more to make us feel bad. Because obviously your daughter dying is terrible, but we know it's a movie. So, I don't know, it was just...
I mean, here's the thing. It's like, yeah, your daughter dying's terrible and whatever, but wouldn't it be more terrible to watch her suffer through, like, this terrible disease? That, like, at the end you know they're gonna die? Like, here's the thing. Like we were saying before, how it's like people coming to terms with somebody dying.
Yeah.
Somebody has a terminal illness. There's a chance they're going to turn out of it.
Yes.
Look at Magic Johnson.
Yeah.
Magic Johnson has had HIV for fucking 25 years at this point.
Yeah.
And motherfucker's still kicking.
Yeah.
So he has a terminal illness, but he's fine.
Yeah, it might not ever kill him.
Yeah, it might not ever kill him. Somebody who has cancer. I have family members that had cancer and turned around no problem out of it. This... you got bit by a zombie, you're gonna die.
Yeah.
Like, no matter what, you know they're gonna die at the end of this. So I feel like there has to be some sort of certain disconnect almost at some point, because you know, yes, although the person's here, they're going to be dead in like 8 weeks.
Yeah, because
and like, would I want to see this person suffer through everything that they're going to?
Yeah.
Up until the 8 weeks. Like, the whole time they're talking about sending these people to quarantine, and you find out why nobody sends their family to quarantine. Because it sounds like a horrible place that they shove all the zombies in, like, one room, and people are eating each other. Yeah, like, it's fucking madness, it sounds like.
They say they put everyone who's infected in the same room. So people who just got bit and people who have already turned are just all in the same room. Which, I mean, I know it would be hard, but you could separate the already turned with the infected. Like,
you could,
as best as you could.
I mean, a couple would slip through, but it definitely could.
But once it starts getting crazy, I mean, you know, I don't know, there was something they could have done. But yeah, like, because we know she's gonna die, they needed to really play up the fact that she's gonna die and really make us feel bad.
But they didn't.
They just thought that, like, showing Arnold Schwarzenegger looking sad walking through the wheat field would be enough. It's not enough. It was pretty. There was a lot of pretty shots. A lot of the cinematography was really nice. Some very specific scenes were shot really poorly. Like the scene with the doctor in the beginning, it's just like really weird cuts.
That was really weird. Even the scene with the doctor at nighttime when he comes to give Arnold. So they go to the doctor, and the doctor says to Arnold, "I could give you like the shot that they give at the quarantine zones," and it's like a euthanasia shot. Yeah, it's like a lethal injection shot.
I thought it was like treatment, but it seems like that's not the case.
And he's like, "Oh, it's extremely painful and stuff." He's like, "I'd suggest that you make it quicker." And then he gives it to him later on, like at night when Maggie's almost being turned.
Yeah.
And he hands him the shot, and he goes, he's like, "But if I was you, I would use that," and points to the gun that Arnold Schwarzenegger has in his hand.
Yeah.
Because Arnold Schwarzenegger carries a cool double-barrel shotgun the entire movie.
That's exactly the gun he should have.
Which is dope.
Yeah.
And
cool Austrian Kansas man.
The coolest of the Austrian Kansas men.
Yeah.
I want to know how Arnold Schwarzenegger's character ended up in Kansas.
Huh.
That's a movie I want to see. I want to see the backstory of Maggie. How did Arnold...
Maggie prequels.
How did Arnold get to Kansas?
I don't know. I mean, people always make those jokes, but people move around.
It's true.
He might have gotten a job in Kansas.
Do you think in this universe he was...
Austrian
still?
I mean, he has to have been.
Do you think in this universe...
That has to be in his backstory.
Do you think this ties into any of his other movies?
Which movie would it be? I can't imagine any. Maybe
Jingle All the Way.
I was gonna say if Maggie was a boy,
then Jingle All the Way.
I would say Jingle All the Way for sure.
Yeah,
that
if
is
Maggie
the
was
same
a boy,
universe.
Jingle All the
Yeah,
Way.
and they even have a little Turbo Man.
Hashtag confirmed.
They even have a little Turbo Man doll like somewhere in the corner as like a nice little Easter egg. That would be great.
I like to think this is what he did after Kindergarten Cop.
Yeah.
After Kindergarten Cop, he settled down, had a family, and his wife died of cancer.
And then the zombie virus.
And then the zombie virus, either or.
Sure.
And then he snapped and decided to murder people with cancer. That's what this movie was about, right?
No, it wasn't.
So at one point, this was also insane. They keep showing this red fox like walking around the woods.
Oh yeah.
And like I was like, what's the payoff for this red fox?
And the payoff was fine, but we didn't need to see it at all.
No, the payoff was okay. So as Maggie's like turning, going crazier, she hears a fox in the woods going ring ding 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 ding. Because that's what the fox says.
She hears what foxes actually do, which is a loud yelping sound.
They go ring ding 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 ding.
No.
And so then
stop it.
She goes.
Do you want me to bust out animal facts? I will bust out animal facts. You want me to talk about
she goes in the woods.
I love foxes.
To see if how it could communicate with a horse.
Oh fuck. I quit. Podcast over. Hit the pause button. We're done.
So there's a fox in a cage.
Yeah.
And she like freaks out. She's like touching like the cage.
Yeah, she sticks her hand in the cage.
And like the fox freaks out a little bit, and then it just cuts to her walking like back to the house, and her face is covered with blood.
It's so insane.
She ate the fuck out of that fox.
Yeah. Which is like crazy because we've seen the zombies who move incredibly slowly. I don't know how they bite people. Guess what? That fox was in a cage. He was freaking out. You know how fucked up her face would be if she stuck her face in that cage to bite the fox? It would fucking tear her face off.
It would be fucking terrible.
Yeah. But no, it did nothing. It just let her eat it.
Yeah, just let her eat
Whatever.
that fox.
I mean, that's
Fox.
kind of just. It's just to show that she's.
I imagine fox meat is pretty tasty.
I would guess it's gamey. They're very lean and muscular, like very lean and toned, probably. I wouldn't think it was very good.
I think it'd be pretty tasty.
Well, you try it. I'm sure
All
you
right.
can find it somewhere.
Somebody send me fox meat in the
Don't.
mail.
Don't kill a fox.
Kill a fox and send me
they're-
its meat.
They're beautiful creatures. Don't kill them,
Send me its meat.
or I'll come for you.
Yeah.
You'll be on the dinner plate. Now that's one meat I think is okay to eat.
Human meat?
Sure, why not? If they consent.
I guess.
That's the one.
I guess if you consent to anything, it's okay.
Yeah, right. That's the one animal that can consent to being killed and eaten. Why
true.
can't we do it?
It's true.
It seems unfair. It seems illegal.
Well, it seems
My
illegal to
body,
eat
my
people.
choice. That's what that's about, right?
Yeah.
It's
It's my body.
cannibalism.
Hashtag me too.
No, let's not. Man, we're so terrible.
Well, I me too. I also consent to being eaten.
I do actually. I'm fine with it. If I die, this is on record. You can eat me. I don't give a shit.
When I die, I want my body to be served.
I'm totally on the same page as Frank Reynolds. When I die, just fucking chuck me in the woods and let the wolves have me. I don't care. I'm just a sack of meat at that point.
So, so she eats this fox. She goes in, she's covered in blood, and, she freaks out. And then, there's a scene from, the movie Neon Demon, where she's, in the tub, bathing, and, the tub water's just red, blood red.
Yeah, it looks cool.
She's, covered in blood.
Yeah, that was a cool scene. A lot of, a cool little...
A lot of the short little scenes were really, really beautiful. This movie was shot beautifully.
Yeah.
Not like that piece of shit Dawn of the Dead.
No.
That was so ugly.
So ugly.
This movie actually was a really, really nice movie.
Yeah. And, Neon Demon is a movie that is also paced incredibly slowly.
But way better.
You feel so tense during it, and you don't even know why, really.
I think that's the problem, is that it did lack tension.
Yeah, it did.
Honestly, the plot, we're through the plot. Not much happens in this movie.
Yeah, nothing really happens.
Not much. She goes out and hangs out with her friends like a teenage girl would, and one of the guys there is also infected. And she goes over his house when he locks the door in his bedroom and can't and won't come out the next day.
Yeah.
The cops come and kick down the door and
obviously they're gonna
bring him away. And that's one of the major things in the movie. And you're like, ooh, wow, that was cool, I guess.
The only thing they could do is make you feel sad, but they had to try. They were just thinking that slow moving shots you would kind of inject your own feelings into it. But really, it just made me kind of bored. It wasn't so bad, but it was kind of boring.
It was boring.
And it didn't really make me feel sad.
No, this movie didn't make me feel sad. Very few things do make me feel sad.
I'm very emotional, I don't mind saying. I'm a little crybaby. I cry all the time. I almost teared up at that Arnold scene, but it didn't get there.
I was just like, someone should collect that tear like you collect Chuck Norris's tears to cure cancer.
Or to cure
Maybe
that's
that
the zombie cure.
Maybe that tear cures zombieism.
It could. Yeah, but no, if a movie is sad, I will cry like a little bitch. I don't mind if I cry here in front of you. I'll cry all day long. I'm a big sweepy baby. But this movie didn't hit me. It didn't hit me in that sad spot.
It didn't do what it was. And here's the thing: is as we were driving over here, I was like, I hope this movie is either really bad, or really good.
Yes.
I hope it's one or the other and not an in between. And it turned out to be an in between movie.
It was an in betweener.
It's not a terrible movie.
No.
If somebody was like, "Oh, I want you to watch Pro Wrestlers versus Zombies again," I'd be like, "Absolutely not.
No.
Never."
Although that is a terrible movie.
Well, what I'm saying though is
sorry.
if somebody said that, I would say no, never.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
This movie, if somebody was like, "Hey, watch Maggie again," I'd be like, "I guess I'll give it another shot and take a look and see."
I would definitely.
Maybe by watching it a second time, I'll feel something.
Yeah.
Maybe it'll give me what humans call emotions.
Emotion? Yeah, maybe I'll watch this movie by myself. Because obviously, I'll put this little disclaimer. We obviously sat here, watched it together. We dicked around a lot.
A little bit, yeah.
So that could have that definitely fucked up some scenes a little bit. But I could still get the general gist.
But for the most part, I did sit here and I watched the movie.
Yeah.
And it's just, I don't know, it didn't do what it needed to for me.
But yeah, my point is
it was what I was worried about this movie being. A mediocre movie.
We can't make fun of it enough.
No, it's one of those movies that I don't have much to say about it because it was just meh.
Yeah, it was just...
I can't, it was shot nice and Arnold did a good job acting.
Yeah. Except he did a good job acting. The talking is still sometimes a problem for me.
Well, because it's Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah.
It still makes me want to laugh every time he says anything.
Some things he said, I was like, didn't even think about it, but like when it wasn't super tense. So it worked a little bit where when it was kind of emotional, I kind of was totally not thinking about his accent. But when he's like, oh, you're going into the convenience store. Who is that? Who is that?
Sounded like a Russian man.
I don't know. I can't do it. It's such a hyper-specific accent that I'm now like trying to do your accent of it.
You're trying to do my version of Arnold Schwarzenegger accent.
That's what I'm trying to do.
That's insane.
Maggie, get to the chopper. See,
that was better.
That's me doing. I'm gonna work on this, folks. Okay, I'm gonna come back next week. I'm gonna have a fucking grade A Schwarzenegger for you.
But we're not gonna watch the Schwarzenegger movie.
What are we talking about? Oh, Maggie.
Mess up.
Yeah. Oh no. But yeah. So like, obviously his accent kind of is like, especially for this so dramatic of a movie, it's kind of like, okay. But when he was being dramatic, it was like I was like not taken out of it at all. But when he says like benign, stupid things, like unimportant things, I was like taken out of it.
I'll say I was glad that we watched it.
Yeah, I'm glad to have seen this.
I'm glad to have seen it. I'm glad to say that I've seen it.
Yeah.
And honestly, I'm glad we watched it when we did because I needed something that was better than Dawn of the Dead, obviously. And I don't want to jump into another shitty movie right after it. So it was good to have kind of a middle of the road movie, like a palate cleanser.
Sure.
When you go to a restaurant and they give you the lemon sorbet.
Yeah, I was going to say, Maggie's a nice sorbet. Yeah.
Yeah, Maggie is the lemon sorbet of movies. If you need to cleanse your palate from either the excellent or the shitty, you watch Maggie. It cleanses your palate.
Cleanses the palate. We can start fresh next week.
Next week we can start fresh
with
movie.
Any movie.
With anything we want.
So this was...
It was, like we said, it was okay. It's got a 5.6 on IMDb, so right about middle of the road, right about what we said.
Yeah.
And that's what I would give it. Honestly, out of 10, I'd give it about a 5. It's got a 52 score on Metacritic.
Yeah.
So, right in the middle.
I'd give it a 5. Maybe if I watched it by myself, it would have gotten to a 6, because I would have been like a little more, it's trying to make you feel depressed, which I am fine with. I like movies like that. I like sometimes movies that just make you fucking miserable. So I think if I watched this alone, it would be a little bit better. But not much better.
Here's the thing, though. The budget was $8.5 million.
Yeah.
I don't know what they spent $8.5 million on in this movie.
Yeah. I don't know, actually.
There wasn't much, like, visual effects.
Yeah. I mean, that's not much for a movie from 2015.
It was shot pretty much on one piece of property.
Yeah, it was.
There were very few location changes. Most of it was shot in the one house.
It was 90% that house and the woods and, like, the surrounding area.
Yeah, so it wasn't... I mean, Arnold Schwarzenegger probably made
like $2 million, $3 million.
Probably a halfway decent salary for it.
Yeah, he probably got a pretty big cut of that, maybe like 1 to 2.
Oh no! Right here, Arnold Schwarzenegger did not receive any money to star in this film.
Really?
He did this movie pro bono.
Why?
Pro boner, he did this movie.
Okay, stop it. What? Does it say why?
It doesn't say why, but...
That is strange.
He fell in love with the script. There we go.
Okay.
It says, played the role of Wade in the film pro boner for $0 after falling in love with the script.
Okay. I could see reading the script and it being better on paper than on film.
So, I want to know now, especially because Arnold Schwarzenegger didn't make any money off of this. Where did the $8.5 million go?
Yeah, I don't know.
Did it all go up the director's nose?
Probably not. This doesn't seem like the coke fucking ramblingness of a madman.
It went up his nose.
Yes, I remember the reference we were making before the podcast. Remember, this is for them. And, well, mostly us, but... Yeah, I don't know.
I want to know where the money went. Show me the money!
I don't think that's Arnold Schwarzenegger.
It was not. That's Tom Cruise.
I know. He was in that movie, though. Yeah, I mean, that money spends quick, though.
I guess.
It's not. That's not that much.
I don't know. Yeah. So, a couple of quick trivia kind of things with this movie.
Oh, are we, done?
Unless there was something else you want to talk about. Oh, well, let's talk about her jumping off the roof.
Okay.
Because how high was this house?
Oh, yeah.
At the end of the movie, she's turned into a zombie.
But
she gives Arnold Schwarzenegger butterfly kisses.
Yes. Oh boy, this one's going right in the trash.
Yeah. She gives Arnold Schwarzenegger butterfly kisses.
Well, so first he's sitting on the couch with a shotgun. And she is walking up to him like
a zombie.
And you can hear her making I moved in a little closer if you couldn't hear me. And she sounds like she's about to fucking try to bite him, and then he's gonna have to fight her off, and it's gonna be terrible for him. And then she just leans in and gives him a kiss. is like, what? I mean, I get why she kissed him, but like...
She gave him butterfly kisses.
Sure, no, she didn't. That's a regular kiss. Butterfly kisses are with the eyelashes. Let me show you. Okay, you see,
Those
we
tickle.
just
They tickle.
it
They
tickled,
tickle.
right? Yeah. Okay, so we did it. Yeah, it just, I don't know. It seemed like we didn't need her to be breathing creepily. Just
No.
like have her walk in and him get a little scared because she's walking slowly, and then she kisses him. I don't
And
know.
she like climbs up on the roof, and she stands on the roof, and she has like a flashback to like her mom, like in like the yard or whatever. And then she jumps off the roof, and in her like dead eyes, her dead shark's eyes,
Yeah.
dead like a doll's eyes.
Oh, I thought we were gonna go into a different reference.
Oh no dead like a doll's eyes.
We were listening to Deepest Bluest. What is the thing?
Deepest bluest. My hat is like
No,
shark's
what was
fin.
the actual title though? Deepest Bluest and then like
Deepest bluest shark's fin.
oh yeah, just in parentheses shark's fin.
By LL Cool J.
Yeah.
Before, and then also Wild Wild West by Will Smith, because we were arguing who was the better rapper,
Yeah.
LL Cool J or
So we had to
or
listen
Will
to their
Smith.
two best songs.
So
Hat is like a shark's fin and Wild Wild West.
So in her dead...
Jim West,
her
Desperado.
Her dead cold eyes like a doll's eyes.
I don't know what that is.
That's a reference from Jaws, Captain Quint's famous speech where he talks about
Okay.
men go in the water, sharks in the water.
Yes. Okay.
So, in her dead eyes, you see like the reflection
should
of
we
the
talk
ground
about the
coming up,
Meg?
and then smashes her into the ground and bounces, and she's dead.
Yeah, she hits the ground and
then
dies.
The movie just ends.
have
So
to
she
be-
kills herself, but you have to be, I think, fairly high. Not 2 stories. A second story up's only 20 feet.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I could fall face. I could do a belly flop out of face first and not be dead.
And it looked like
actually
she was
might not-
only on like the roof of the first story.
Yeah, it
which is
looked-
10 feet off the ground.
Yes, it looked
I
like-
could jump off my fucking roof right here.
Yeah.
That's 10 feet off the ground, and do a belly flop like you said.
Yeah.
And I would be hurt,
You might literally not even break a bone.
but I wouldn't be like I would be bruised up.
It would hurt.
I might break a rib or something, but I wouldn't be
maybe
fucking
10,
dead.
10 feet, maybe.
20 feet.
You
you'd
would
probably
break
get,
some bones.
You'd probably get fucked up, but you wouldn't die.
No.
Like I feel like you gotta be like 30 feet or above,
Yeah.
or like jump and like land head first.
Yeah, you gotta aim for that shit.
Like if I jumped off my 10-foot roof and aimed to spike myself on the ground,
yeah,
I would probably
like
die.
go head first, break the neck. That would do it.
That would probably die.
But
So I want to know how high their roof was.
yeah, it should have. It would have been more tense to show her climbing out on the first story roof and then like trying to and like climbing up to the second story or a third story or something.
It
Like
would
showing
be great
her.
if she jumped off the first story roof and landed on the ground and just like,
Ow!
ow!
Fuck my arm!
Just
Fuck!
like broke her arm. And like she's like, oh god. Arnold Schwarzenegger is like, what's wrong? She's like, I jumped off the roof.
You dumb bitch! You should have went to the second story. Now I have to shoot you. But yeah, that would have been great if you see her like, if we see more of that, because that's the kind of slow moment that would work. Is if you see her climbing out onto the roof and trying to get up to the second story roof so she can kill herself. But no, it's just like she's on the roof and then falls in slow mo to the ground, and you see like visions of her mother.
Yeah, and
That's
like
the tense we could appreciate, is if she was like slowly like clawing her way up to the roof to kill herself.
I think it would have been sadder if they would have pulled a fucking of Mice and Men and had her look at the rabbits and then he blows her fucking head off with the shotgun.
Yeah, if he like had to take her. We got a chuckle from the audience. Oh, that might not have been for us actually. That might have been from a Facebook post or something. So
Just like fucking look at the rabbits, Lenny, and then just boom, blow her fucking brains right out of her head.
yeah, I mean, you're making it a little tonally different than this movie was going for, but
Well, like it would have been a sadder moment.
It would have
like.
definitely been sadder if she was turning.
If Gary Sinise was there and he was
God.
like, "Look at the
I
rabbits."
don't know if I've
Lenny."
seen the movie.
So anyway, I think it would have been much more emotional if he had to kill her.
Yeah.
Like, I think that would have hurt a little more than her just jumping off the roof and being like, whoop, man, now I died.
Yeah. Yes, I agree. I don't know.
Also, I think I would have liked if she just kind of murdered everyone in the house.
That would be cool, too.
Like, if that was the end of the movie, like, she freaked out in the house, bit, like, the stepmother, ate the children, and then Arnold Schwarzenegger had to, like, shoot her. Like, as she was coming after him, he had to shoot her.
Yeah, no, I would like it if she bit both of them. Like, his grief was he had such grief that he, like, couldn't do it, like, even as she was coming towards him. That would be amazing. If, like, if
I would have liked this movie more if there was a zombie baby in it.
that would have been great.
Or a prospector.
No, we can't do that every week. That's not a returning bit. We're not talking about prospectors every week.
Zombie prospectors.
There's zombies in them hills.
That's a returning bit.
All right, we'll say that every week. You're welcome, everyone. Maybe that'll be our sign-off from now on.
There's zombies in them hills. There's a snake in my boot. Somebody's poisoned the water well.
Oh, man. Well, I mean, yeah, whatever.
So that's...
You got a friend in me.
Do-do-do. You got a friend in me.
Ba-do-do-boo. When the road looks... Okay, we can't do that. We'll get flagged.
Alright, so, Maggie. Thumbs up, thumbs down.
Is this recommend?
Nah, it's like what the fuck's that movie with Russell Crowe in it?
Gladiator?
Yeah. Are you not entertained? And then you gotta stick out your finger, and either Caesar likes it, or Caesar says,
Isn't it
kill
the other
the
way,
gladiator.
Isn't it different backwards?
No. It's thumbs up, you don't kill the guy.
I think it's
thumbs
backwards.
down, they kill the guy.
I think it's thumbs down there. They don't kill them.
I don't think so.
I'm pretty sure in Roman times it was like that. I think the movie got it right.
Well, I'm saying in Gladiator, we're doing the Gladiator, so thumbs up is good, thumbs down is bad.
No, but I'm saying in Gladiator, I think it might be thumbs up is bad, thumbs down is good.
Then in Roman time, we're doing Roman. Whichever one is thumbs up is good.
That's us. That's human.
We're doing that one.
That's humans 2018. Thumbs up is good.
All right, so thumbs up, thumbs down.
No, I don't recommend it. I'm not doing your thumb thing. They can't see our fucking thumbs.
Well, you could say thumbs up or
Why
thumbs
can't I
down.
just say if I recommend it or not? Why do I gotta do this
That's not
weird
the bit.
new thing?
That's not the bit.
I gotta do this weird new thing about thumbs?
Yes. Every week we add something new. Also, time for top hunks of the week.
Ooh, top hunk of the week? You got a top hunk of the week?
No, I don't have a top hunk of the week.
Ooh, who played young...
Indiana Jones.
No, stop it. You stop it. Who played young Magneto?
Jake Gyllenhaal.
No, although he's hunky. He's not my top hunk.
I did say this movie would have been better with Jake Gyllenhaal in it at one point.
I don't know why you are obsessed with... Yes, movies would be better with better actors. You're right.
As the police chief.
You know what would make this movie better? If the actors were better.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, no shit.
I would recommend this movie.
Who is young Magneto? What's his name?
I don't know.
He was in Shame. He was in Hunger.
Oh, he's in the Alien movies.
Yeah.
Michael Fassbender.
Yes. Michael Fassbender.
Michael, sexy Fassbender.
That is my hunk of the week for sure.
Hashtag hunk of the week.
Hunk of the week. Hunk of the week.
Hunk of the week.
Okay. That's our weird morning radio bit. All right, you got to pick one now.
I would recommend this movie. My hunk of the week is Jake Gyllenhaal.
Okay, that's fine.
Hunk of the week.
He was cool in Nightcrawler. You watch Nightcrawler?
Yeah.
That's a good movie.
Nightcrawler.
That's a movie that fucking makes you feel tense.
Exactly. There you go. You want a tense movie, go watch Nightcrawler.
Yeah, you want to see a tense movie, go watch Nightcrawler. If you want to see a movie that is all about the frailty of humanity and how we're all going to die, go watch Synecdoche, New York. That's a way better movie about death.
I also say, watch Maggie. It wasn't bad.
Or watch Nightcrawler. It's better.
Well, yeah. Well, Nightcrawler has nothing to do with Maggie. There's no zombies in Nightcrawler.
Well, I'm just saying two different movies.
That's a zombie movie.
I'm saying movies that work.
You're just saying Jake Gyllenhaal movies.
Well, I'm saying that movie works because of the tension. The other movie I recommend works because of it makes you sad about life.
I say
this doesn't do that for me.
I say watch Maggie. It wasn't bad.
Yeah, I would say don't.
This is one of 4 movies I'd recommend. I'd say if you're on Netflix, there's nothing else on, and this comes back to Netflix or Amazon or whatever your streaming provider is.
Yeah.
I say check it out if you got nothing else to do. If you're sitting there bored on a Sunday afternoon, it's rainy outside, pop it on, check it out.
Yeah.
I
would say I know this is a zombie specific thing, but you don't only have to watch zombie movies, fans.
You do, fans.
Or listeners.
You do, fam.
Or our family who is obliged to listen to this.
You do, fam.
Stop it.
This is Abigail Breslin's second zombie film.
Really? Oh,
she was in Zombieland.
Oh, yeah.
They shot it in 25 days.
Which we can do, and I can talk all about how I hate Jesse Eisenberg.
I think next week that's what we should watch.
I can talk a lot about it.
I can talk a lot about that, too.
I may have that on DVD.
I have it on Blu-ray.
Oh, sorry, fucking Blu-ray hotshot.
Well, I'm sorry. Who has DVDs anymore?
Well, I stole it from a Redbox. Actually, I didn't. Somebody else took it out of Redbox, left it at my house, and then I didn't like them anymore, so I just kept it. That was my revenge.
Revenge!
Yeah. So that was my revenge. Sweet, sweet revenge.
Sweet, sweet revenge. I'm looking up if there's any other good things. There's only 4 people die in this movie.
Yeah, I could say, like, some of the, I don't know.
It's Arnold Schwarzenegger's first zombie movie.
Yeah, there was just, like, so much stuff about this movie that didn't work that we didn't even mention. Like, Maggie makes Arnold Schwarzenegger, like, she's like, you have to kill me, you have to kill me. Like, and that's so horrible to make your dad do. Like, you know the police are going to do it. I
agree.
Can you not just call the police and say, like, hey, listen, I'm about to turn. Can you please take me in? I don't want to bite my family. And I don't want to make my fucking dad shoot me. Like, that's horrible.
Well, she wanted to make her dad shoot her.
Yeah, she did.
If I was Arnold Schwarzenegger, I don't know. I don't know what I'd do if I was Arnold.
What?
Wait a second. One of the things that we said earlier.
Yeah?
Where I said this movie would be much better if this person was in it.
Uh-huh.
And I said Chloe Grace Moretz would have been a much better Maggie.
You did say that when we watched it.
Chloe Grace Moretz was originally going to star in this movie.
Oh, shit. I think that would have been better.
This movie would have been way better with her.
I think she's
if
a
Hit
bit
Girl
of
was in this movie.
Yeah, I think she's a better
actress. Her and Arnold in the same movie.
Yeah, I think she's a little bit.
And Jake Gyllenhaal. Shit.
Oh,
now you're talking about.
Wait,
a
was
sweet
Jake
movie.
Gyllenhaal in this movie?
No, Jake Gyllenhaal's not.
But I mean, like, literally, Maggie Abigail Breslin and Arnold Schwarzenegger were literally the only characters in this movie, and the wife, kind of.
Other than that,
I don't like that little tangent we just had.
so other than that,
you bring me down some dark roads.
Watch Maggie. Don't watch Maggie.
Yeah, I wouldn't watch it.
Whichever you want to do. We'll be back next week with. IMDb is now playing a giant trailer for the movie Rampage.
Cool.
On my thing. It's very distracting. I was trying to look at if there were any goofs.
How long have we been going for?
Like that she cut her wrong finger off.
That'd be funny if she accidentally cut off the wrong finger. It wasn't the prosthetic. It was a real finger.
Like
fucking Macaulay Culkin.
Like Ving Rhames. Did you say Macaulay Culkin?
No.
Like Macaulay Culkin did in Home Alone 2.
I always said Michael Clark Duncan, which is racist. I'm sorry. But we talked about
Just
him.
because it's another tall black man that makes it racist? I don't think that's true. No, but we talked about how Ving Rhames got it stitched to his own arm.
Yeah, which is
in the last
insane.
Podcast. So yeah, it'd be funny if she cut off her own finger, or not very funny. I don't know how I feel about that anymore.
No, it wouldn't be funny. If a real human...
She maimed herself.
If a real human cut off her finger.
She maimed herself.
Yeah, boy, we should not have watched this movie.
All right, so that was Morgan or Maggie. Maggie, that's the name.
The
of this
Meg.
movie. The Meg. This is the Meg.
This is the Meg, which we're gonna do. We're gonna do on this. About a
megalodon.
Yeah.
Which I guess if a megalodon was still alive, it could be like a zombie shark. Like, it hasn't died yet.
It hasn't died yet.
So yeah.
That's just implied. You have to infer that the megalodon is a zombie, and I've already inferred it. So it is a zombie. Movies are up to interpretation.
That's true. Any movie's a zombie movie.
Yeah, as long as you think of it as that way and you have a brain disorder. Lucky for us.
Lucky for us, we have both.
Yes, a brain disorder, and the other thing I said.
Brain disorder, order.
What was the other thing I said?
You think of it as such.
Yeah, we have that. We think of it as such. We have the you think of it as such.
All right, guys. So that was Maggie. Let's wrap this up.
Yeah. I'm not going to plug anything. I don't deserve it.
Listen to Casey's new podcast.
Don't do any of it.
The Pilot. The Pilot.
Yeah, you can listen to Trial by Pilot. It's the Trial by Pilot is kind of the opposite of this, where in this
it's kind of the opposite of this, of where it's good.
No, well, yeah, it's good. Trial by Pilot is the opposite, where I'm kind of trying to tamper your insanity, and in Trial by Pilot, it's my brother and sister-in-law trying to tamper down my insanity. So listen to it, and you'll hear
Casey insane.
Yeah, you'll get to hear me saying crazy things, and
I'm not
then,
on it.
he's not on it. So if you hate him, listen to that, and you'll get to see me.
And if you hate me, go fuck yourself.
I mean, listen, if you hate him, it's totally fine. I don't care. Just keep listening for me.
It's not okay.
Oh boy, you just blew out their eardrums.
Good.
Man.
Hey, everybody.
What keeps happening?
I don't know.
There's a ghost in here or something.
There is for sure.
There's a ghost popping bottles. Man, I hate myself this episode.
All right, guys. So, follow us on Instagram.
No, we're not on Instagram.
Well, I'm on Instagram.
Oh, yeah.
Follow me on Instagram, @MOlsvey.
And follow us on Twitter. Follow us on Twitter, @Zomboys Pod. Thanks for listening, everybody, and don't forget, there's gold in them hills.
Woo! There's zombies in them hills.
Yeah, I fucking forgot the joke.